DM. I hope you don't mind me calling you DM until we're on like a more first name basis. But like the way you broke down the logical fallacy in that video, like beautiful. Like, and the fact I was gonna post it. Like taking on the title of chaplain. Like I took on that title because when I read that, to be a good chaplain, like you have to have interpersonal skills to be able to. Sorry, I just drank some soda. You have to have the skills to be able to like listen to your parishioners, griefs and troubles and all that stuff, and just like help them get through it. And I was like, man, that's totally what I can do. But then it was like, a chaplain is usually a part of the military or ordained by church. I was like, that's not the chaplain I want to be. So just to give you a logical understanding of why I am Charlie Chaplin, like the actor, I dropped that A in the official chaplain title because logically I felt that it would be a fallacy for me to just put that title and then leave the door open for the accusation where, if I'm helping somebody and God forbid somebody wants to come after me and they're just like, this guy's claiming to be like a chaplain. He doesn't have any kind of certification or he's not even part of the military. So like, I hope that you can appreciate just like the logical intent that I had when doing that. Like I choose at least the words that I like post now on the digital, grid very carefully, because of people like the one your snuffy kisses or whatever. It's just like, yeah, I get your logic, and yeah, I see that. I was just like, but then at the end, it's just like it's like these people. How do we get through these people? I was gonna try to find that South Park clip where Cartman's like the teacher for the like minority school. She's like, how do we reach these kids? I feel are on the same mission to just like reach the logical portion of these minds that we are sharing this space we call the United States with. And so, okay, like I just rewatched the video that you had originally posted that comment, and thank you so much for just all the suggestions that you had. Like, yeah, I mean, that was just kind of like a reaction video. Actually, I only just watched let me back up. Let me not make any claims that are going to end up being proven fallacy by somebody who, but like I said, as a chaplain, it can't be so easy for me just to like discredit someone saying, well, the innocent verdict of Kyle Rittenhouse is just an example to, the youth of America that this is how you become famous, or this is, like, I see that you're not just thinking like at one scale. Like you are seeing the big picture. Like I try to tell people, like, when I look at an argument, I try to look at it, from a micro perspective, and then I step back and then examine the macro, and then I go back in and go to the micro, and I just kind of do it that way until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm wrong, or am I wrong? Like that's, and I only get to the point like, am I wrong? Because as of late, just like on the topic of religion, it's just like, okay, I ask myself, like, how do I get through these Christians? And yeah, like I said, I just believe God is love. And if you ask anybody who knows me, they will tell you Charles is love. And like one of the last posts I ever put on my Facebook wall before I left social media completely, like 10 years ago, was I am God. That's it. I just posted that and sent it off just to see what reaction it had. And like I said, like everybody like loves me. Everybody who loves me, like, I wasn't fearing any kind of like hate remarks or any kind of like negative responses, but I was like hoping I would. I mean, like, I don't know. Facebook, my biggest problem with Facebook is just like, out of my entire like amount of friends, like it was just like, dude, I don't know any of these people. And I was just like, so just to give you a better logical understanding of like the time period at this point. But like I said, I just wrote, I am God, send, left, came back. I saw that there was maybe 3 replies or comments or something like that. Nobody liked, nobody did anything other than the comments. And the first comment, if I recall correctly, was just like, I believe that nature is the creator of all things. And my reply to that was just, then that is God. And then I got a like. And then the next one was, what are you talking about, Charles? So that's obviously the question. Okay, let's break down my logic. In just simple mathematical proof form, I recited scripture. John 4:16 in the Bible says, God is love. Now, if God is love, and I put it in mathematical, God equals love, And then I just made the claim, like, anybody out there who knows me, like, I feel that I can confidently just say, like, yeah, if I had to describe myself in one word, I would say I am love. Like that was the claim I introduced. So like I said, hey, anybody who would disagree that, Charles is not love, say your, speak now or forever hold your peace. No comment. So then I went into the argument. Okay, so therefore, if God equals love, Charles equals love, wouldn't that mean God equals Charles? And that was it. Like, and I didn't know how to take that. Like, how to let it go to my head. I was like, I think I just proved God, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of let it go to my head. I didn't check myself, but just like that really like gave me the confidence to kind of further examine that claim. And then, I don't know if you had a chance to watch the video comment I made on the video that you made. It's just like, okay, so now if people can accept that, I took it one step further, reopened the Bible. What are all these Christians like waiting to see was the question I asked. I started asking Christians, like, we're waiting for the return of Jesus to bring us. I'm like, like, okay. And then now when you say Jesus, like the Jesus, I had to get a clear, yes, that Jesus, like the one, yeah. I'm like the white guy with the beard, that guy, like, even though history proves that Jesus was probably a darker skinned man, like, that's the Jesus you're waiting for. And then when they're like, yes, that Jesus, I'm just like, okay, well, you are in for a big surprise at the end of life, which is very painful as a chaplain for me to say. And please keep that between us, because I would hate to start ruining my reputation. No, I'm not worried about it. But again, in that video response that I left on your video, I just introduced that claim, like, I am God. So that's kind of the preamble, just that's where that came from, or that claim that I proposed. Like, if you would like to try, like, I would love to hear if to you that's Is that a logical proof? Or is that still fallacy? And that, especially from somebody, you know, like, I would love to hear your insight on that. Because from that, I've come to the argument that I am the second coming of Jesus. And I'll just kind of stop it there. Because I would like to just kind of have you go through your process of breaking down a logical fallacy to the point where we get to, is it a logical fallacy? Is it a fallacy? Is it logical? Is it proof? You know, like, so like I said, like, thank you for doing what you do. And yeah, I was like really getting tired, but then I watched your video and like, man, like, whew. So I don't know if you're like bored now, but I would just love an opportunity just to just build a relationship with you. Like I said, I think that we are both of the same cloth, I guess, and just working towards the same like virtue for people to freaking remember. Like, this is what makes us human. Like, we're able to think things out for ourselves. But then somewhere we just stopped either believing we could think for ourselves, or just stopped thinking for ourselves completely, or just whatever. And again, I have my logical theory, which I call, you know, my big Pang theory. So my last name is Pang, P-A-N-G. And so, yeah, like I said, I have a lot of ideas for what I want to do with my channel. And I see that, you know, you got a very large following, which, you know, you deserve. Because, yeah, I wish it was like 5 times bigger than you were. But like I said, just like, yeah, this is America, you know. And I don't know if you're just like freaking out, you know, like my brother and his wife are about to have their first kid, you know, like this is me like officially becoming an uncle, you know. But to me, like, all my friends' kids are like my nieces and nephew. And so when my parents were just like, aren't you excited? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm excited. Like, I mean, you're gonna be an uncle. And I was like, well, Mom, I was like already an uncle before this, so this is like not new. And then she's like, yeah, but you're gonna be like a real uncle, you know. I'm just like, come on. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Mom, but like, you're not hearing my logic, you know. Like, and so I don't know. I just, the way that you had your cadence in your voice throughout that video, I don't know how many takes you did to go through that, but yeah, when I just like am dealing with those comments, especially after Kyle Rittenhouse, like, because that's what sparked all this for me, was just hearing all that. Just like, dude, even if you are like, yeah, the fact that you pointed out, like, first of all, why, you know, like, everybody involved that was shot or hurt were white people. And the way that the Black Lives Matter movement argues it is just like, here are just people who are standing up for Black Lives Matter who get shot down by a vigilante Proud Boy. It's like, what the fuck claim are you? I just laugh. I laugh because it's like, there's no way this is like a serious person telling me that this is truly what they believe. After everything we just saw, you know, like, the special thing about this case, like, we saw everything, the whole in-betweens of the trial, you know. And just like, being somebody who's just been following it very closely, like, just the way the media was just like dissecting it. And, you know, even my heroes, Trevor Noah, I made a video where it's just like a little mock chat between me and Trevor where, yeah, he just like, that's another story. I don't want to drag this video, but like I said, I'm going to leave my contact information in the details of this video. And I truly hope that, yeah, you reach out. And yeah, I hope that we can work together and just at least just, you know, have a meeting of the minds, if anything, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to go into any relationship expecting like, oh yeah, I'm in it because I think that this person's going to agree. No, I'm coming into this because I feel that this person is somebody who can challenge my rational thinking, you know? And so don't let that get to your head. But man, I have like a level of respect for you that I just wanted to express, and just the gratitude again for just yeah, starting this lesson much sooner than I had come on board. And yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I subscribe to you, and yeah, I would love to get together and just yeah, do a face to face. So yeah, look at the contact information I send and just hit me up. Just say, hey Charles, I got you. You know, and yeah, that would be awesome. Later.